Sunshine, lollipops, and everything that's wonderful. That's what I feel when we're together. Let's go back a moment. Sunshine and lollipops. Hope not ice lollipops. Not a good combination. Even if it wasn't ice lollipops, sticky, aren't they? In the summer, sometimes not always the best combination. Rainbows obviously make you feel better, but... Football Manager, hello. Welcome back to another video. It's me, FM. Why did I choose to start with that? I'm keeping it in. I could go, no, Ben, do a proper intro, but I'm sticking with the sunshine. I was just listening to it. That's... says more about it. I mean, we've done well. In all seriousness, welcome back to Thames FC. It's me, Dr. Benji FM, and here we are then. Welcome back. It's gone very well. I'm going to make no bones about it. Since that 1-0 win, that shock 1-0 win over Manchester City, and apart from the 0-0 to Stoke that... I'll talk about in a moment. Watford were beaten 2-0. Cast aside, Franklin gets a goal in that one. Bob and Jacobo Jimenez, worth noting by the way, a 91st minute winner. I mean, late doors, you love to see it. Could have been a couple of draws in there if it weren't for that. And then a 3-1 win over Newcastle. Jimenez and Van den Bosch, who I've got to say, he does Bosch it. He Bosches it in. I'm very close to just calling him Bosch rather than the forget the Van bit, right? Watch him Bosch it in. Like, gets it on that side and then Bosch just bangs it, smashes it. Love it. So yeah, it was a 3-1 win over Newcastle. 0-0 to Stoke. When you look at the league table, you can see that is frustrating. Beat Man City 1-0 last episode, but Stoke turn up 0-0, no goals scored. They've drawn 7 matches this season. It's a disgrace. They've actually drawn against some decent teams: Arsenal, Spurs, Thames in there, so fair enough to them. Then a 3-1 win over Blackburn. Again, pretty convincing victory. Very happy with it. Franklin on form. The fans were loving it. I was loving it, and now Arsenal and Liverpool. And today the episode you've seen is called Pretender or Contender. I can't remember if I've called an episode that before, but it's time to find out. Look, we beat City last time. We're up in 5th position, 26 points. Look, at the start of every season, one club does far better than you ever expect, right? And then they fall away after sort of 25 games or so. And this season, that could well be us. And my word, would I love to be that team. You can see our goal difference of 5 is, well, it's not as good as some of the other teams around us. We do stand out like a sore thumb. Unless you're wearing gloves, which we are. So, financially, we're looking really good. 27.8 million in the bank. Our transfer budget will be there to spend in January if we need to, and that'll be hopefully the next episode. But let's waste no more time. Let's get into this first game then. As mentioned, Arsenal, Liverpool coming up, both on the telly. All the games are on the telly. And yeah, let's really through the team. So we're going to stick with the lineup that's been faring me very, very well recently. You can see based on some of the fitness things that we've only been playing this 11, and this 11's been doing wonderful things for me. Ortiz has been in goal. We've got Ike at right back, Pierre at left back, with Insigne and Antonio in the centre, Haladun and Jimenez in the centre. Now this is interesting because we've dropped Velasco for the box-to-box midfielder in Jimenez, who I think can just do that job slightly better. It gives us a better balance in midfield, and I've made the bold choice that Dominic here is better than Velasco in the role and will prove to be better long-term. It's a little bit harsh on Velasco, who I actually think is a very good player. Franklin's out on the right-hand side, Van den Bosch on the left, with Williams today in behind Bob, who has been doing all right, you know, as I say, filling the boots of Ben Hur. 6 goals in 10 games for his first season in the Premier League, only costing 3.3 million. It's a fantastic signing. Thank you very much. And right then, let's get into this. His composure is rising all the time. He's playing as the advance forward. Strong bench too. That is the strongest bench we've ever had. Tom Gray, Casemiro, Obranik, Sommers there. Muti, who I've not really mentioned at all. So he was brought in basically. I didn't say this when it happened, but a priest came in, who I did mention as sort of a backup DM. Romanian. Didn't want him to be lonely, so I signed a Romanian friend for him. That's genuinely what's happened. But he's not too bad. I think he's capped internationally. I mean, come on now. He's not amazing, but he's a friend. And I think sometimes that's more important. Not in this scenario, but there we go. Velasco there as well. And of course, we've got some decent players that have been part of the team in recent seasons, but not so much this year. Katie should arguably be on the bench, actually, instead of, well, I'm getting rid of his friend now, which is... oh, it hurts. Unless we put Casper on the bench, and then everything's fine. Everything's all right. You know, everything's good now. They can go out for the afternoon, go watch a film or something. Enjoy yourselves. Get some lollipops, rainbows. I mean, didn't think we were going back there, did you? No, me neither. Okay, here we go then. Into it we are. Arsenal and Liverpool, pretenders or contenders. It's a big task. I don't know, actually. That's what's quite nice about this. Last episode, we lost to the team that we should maybe have beaten, and we got results against a side that we should never beat. Today's Arsenal are good. Josh Johnson up front is well-rounded. Right, then we're at home, we're at the Riverbank, we're in the blue, they're wearing the red. It's very traditional here at Thames FC. Question is, can we do some damage? We're a team in fine form. I think it's 6 games without defeat. If we can continue that today, that'd be perfect. Of course, we're playing at Selhurst Park, which is not actually our home, so we're not as comfortable as I first thought. Their fitness is not as good as ours, as they've got a free kick. Ortiz does all right. And actually, you'll notice that we've not scored a huge amount of goals this season. 21, again, compared to the teams around us, they score far more. But defensively, we've been pretty solid. I shouldn't have said that while they're attacking. Bob's headed it down, everything's fine. But no, Barron on that side. And I've mentioned our good defensive record, and that's why it's so good. I mean, it's a save, I think, from Ortiz. It's unbelievable. And he saved it again from the corner. He's doing very well. We're in this standard fluid approach, so we're going to see if we can just keep hold of the ball, keep it moving, not get too caught up. Again, if we can stay competitive with this top six, you never know. I think before you get to a Champions League or a title ambition, you need to battle for Europa League football. And after a really successful first season in the Premier League, I think with the additions we've made, we're certainly in that top half conversation. It certainly seems so far, although in the Premier League, bad things can happen very quickly. But at the half-time whistle, it's 0-0. Actually, I think it's pretty good. We've not had a shot on target yet, which is a bit concerning, but no one's playing. I was going to say dreadfully, then I noticed that the front three have really not been involved. I'm going to say we owe Arsenal after last time. That's it. Let's make this a revenge mission. I watched Skyfall yesterday. It's in the brain. The question is, what's the first change do you make? Bob, who has been good recently, is having a poor game, but with his finishability, composure, one chance and he'll score it. He gets one chance. That's the game we're going to play, viewers. So at this point, it's all on Bob. If Bob gets one chance, if he scores, he stays on. If he misses, Sommer or Obrinic, we'll find out in a minute. I kind of hope he does have the chance. Otherwise, that'll be an anticlimax. As we can see, Arsenal keeping the ball quite well, as you'd expect, even away from home. You would expect this from them. Our press is not too bad though, as they're sort of camped on their halfway line. The ball goes forward, and they've got a bit of an overlap. Shields finds it as well. Van der Lack plays it inside to Shields, and defensively, we actually did quite well. And the ball fell to Johnson, who we mentioned pre-game. He's a very capable footballer, and they get a little fortunate, you've got to say, but I mean, that's the difference, isn't it? They get one chance and they take it. I feel like this is not a planned pass into Josh Johnson. I guess we'll see. It's a tackle from Pierre that does it, and he reacts quickest, as you'd maybe suspect, and it's 1-0 Arsenal. Well, we'll go for it a bit more now. We'll go attacking, and hopefully Bob gets his chance. That is a shame, but a throw in on this near side, and Williams, he's got a bit of pace about him. It's Franklin, who looks for Bob, doesn't quite get there. Bob's there, doesn't quite have the chance. We will not criticise Bob for not actually having a touch of the ball there, as Barron on this left-hand side could cause us problems, if I get my words out correctly. Jimenez on it now, into Huluden, still not sure. Franklin, though, on this right side, he's been blitzing defenders recently. That is not what you want to see, though, and they could have a chance if they put a ball in behind. Although, from this position, I feel like we're quite well set, as the overlap does come in on that side. We've got to be careful, but I think we're managing that quite well until they absolutely rip us apart. So, good analysis, Ben. Making changes now, folks. All right, we're not playing well. We're going to go for the two-up-top system. Sommer's going to come on with Bob. I don't want to take Bob off quite yet, although it won't be long, I don't think. As a poacher, we're kind of being brave. All right, Bob has got 5 minutes. Did it? No, Bob. Obrinic's coming on because Bob's had a shocker. All right, is there time? Is there a chance for us in this? It's been 7 minutes or a 5-minute period, you might say, actually, that Arsenal got us. But can we get a goal and get back into this? You never know. Franklin, ball played in, nearly forced to Sommer. Jimenez, Obrinic. I don't think he scored for us yet. This would be a great time for it. The Bosch! He didn't Bosch it hard enough. Jimenez, back to Bosch, ball in. I mean, we're working it very neatly. Oh, a strike comes in from Huluden. I mean, that's what you want to see. A lovely strike from the pole, from the edge of the area, beats the keeper. Let's look at that in 3 dimensions. Here it is immediately. I mean, Bosch goes for it. I think it hits the keeper in the face now. I look at it once again. Jimenez plays it back. Bosch crosses it in. It's knocked down beautifully. What a goal. I mean, drills it along the ground. Oh, I loved it. And he's giving it that. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, and a very similar situation. Another throw-in on this near side. Will we create an opening? We've not really seen Bob have a chance yet. He's still got... That's just because I've taken him off you. I think it's unlikely he'll score from this point onwards. Oh, what is that, Pierre? That is dreadful. I mean, they've got a man over. They've lost it, though. Jimenez picks it up, and now, can this delivery be good? Sommer, he's got pace to burn, remember, as he looks for Obrinic, who heads it on to Franklin, who makes his way to the referee. It's a penalty. Mens has brought down Franklin, and a chance to level things right here. Pretenders or contenders. Obrinic, the 18-year-old Serbian, he fancies it. He wants it. He's big time. He scored it down the middle. Thames 2, Arsenal 2. And the game has been turned on its head after a formation change. Last episode, it was all about Bob. Today, Bobless. Obrinic with a penalty down the middle. I'm staying attacking. We're going for the win. It's another chance for us. Franklin on this side. He's fouled. Referee, have a word. Number 3's been called over. Mensah, he's given away the penalty. The referee's going to have him off here. Franklin has had a lovely time against him in the second half. Arsenal down to 10. And Thames could be taking this away from Arsenal right here. It's a corner kick. Jimenez to play it in. We've got men unmarked all over the place. Huluden, he's going to have to play it back out wide. It goes into Van Bosch, actually. It could have been another penalty. The ball's cleared. Eichel bring that forward. Plays it towards Franklin, who has caused so many problems problems in this game. And it does the defensive duty as well. That's what you want to see from Franklin. Your wingers, not just on the attacking front, but defensively as well, as Franklin makes his way down. Ball's played in. It could have fallen to anybody in there. And now Arsenal are looking to break, but they can't do it. Thames holding firm here. What a match this has been, viewers. I've very much enjoyed it. Franklin, as he cuts inside, finds Sommer. Obrenick with a shot. He's at the bar. Oh, what a chance. What an opportunity. All right, there's not long to go in this one. Velasco's going to come on for Jimenez in the centre. We're just going to freshen it up for the final 5 or so minutes and see if we can, a little bit more creativity in the middle. Can we find that killer blow? It doesn't look as if we can, but after being 2-0 down, let's face it, 4-0 looks more likely, as Obrenick's being played forward here by Franklin. Surely not. Obrenick plays it in. Oh, Sommer, he could have been there. Doesn't quite occur though. Out to Velasco. I mean, this is the highlight is continuing. Sommer's there. Van den Bosch. Sommer, referee, nothing. The full-time whistle goes. Thames 2, Arsenal 2. And I've never been so energised during a match of Football Manager. Oh, that was enjoyable. Did you like that? Oh, passionately say, everyone thought we'd beaten today. We've got another game to go. Well, you've done well. You've proven them all wrong. Great result. It is a great result. And we'll leave it there as we go into a game in a week's time against second place Liverpool. It's going to be a corker, viewers. Look forward to it. Deary me. Draft. I think I spoke for the entirety of that. Right there, viewers, welcome back. I've been given the shocking and disappointing news that Antonio's got himself suspended. So well done, Antonio. You're going to have to sit out this one. Then I think Katie's going to be the man to come in to replace him, which causes friction. Not because Katie doesn't get on with the rest of the team, but that I have to bring one of the Romanians onto the bench. So I can only pick one. The rest of the team, though, I think we have to stick with Bob and trust Bob to put in a better performance than last time. Rarely would he play that badly. So let's just write that one off. It happens to all strikers. And let's get out there and give Liverpool our best shot. Away at Anfield, never easy. And our away form has never really been that good, apart from when we beat City last episode. Ka-ching! Yeah, I've never felt like such an old man trying to be cool. All right, Liverpool then have had a very good season so far. Actually, throughout the save have been quite underwhelming. I'll show you a bit of Liverpool's history. That's their striker. Good. But you can see in the Premier League, top 4 finishes, but never more than that. Since we started the save, I think second in the very first season, then after that, not at all. So it's 10th at one stage as well. Never really been that good. So this is sort of their best season for quite some time. Up in second position, level on points with United at the top. So never going to be an easy game. 3 teams on 27 right now. Thames, Chelsea and Arsenal. Who thought we'd be saying that in this series? Right then, let's get into it. Liverpool, the contenders. Well, we're the pretenders, or maybe not. Sorry about that, everyone. Hit the pop filter. It was an accident. All right, we owe Liverpool after last time. It worked against Arsenal at half time, so we'll say the same thing to them. Right then, our boys have a bit of revenge. What's happened there? If he scores from this? I mean, that would have been embarrassing. What am I going to say? Look at Liverpool's condition. What am I going to say? They look great, and it's probably going to be a non-factor. Now, the first half against Arsenal was quite dull. Actually, I say this, yeah, it was quite dull. But the second half, they scored 2. It wasn't a second half team talk that did it at all. It was the changes I made midway through the second half. Oh, God. All right, first half of the game was actually going the way of Thames, would you believe it? As Jimenez plays it into Dominic Williams. Bob finds his way through. Oh, Bob scores. I'll tell you what, you back the Bob, and he rewards you. Last game, pathetic. This game starts with a goal. 27 minutes gone. An away lead at Anfield. Thames are winning this league, I'm telling you now. Jimenez picks it up in the middle then, finds the ball to Williams, who just slides it. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's tackled. Bob gets through. I mean, it happened to us last game. It was our fortune. Swings and roundabouts. What goes around comes around, etc. Liverpool now, they're looking to break as Smith, their very talented Dutch forward, makes his way forward. There's 3 players in the middle. He picks one out perfectly. What a save from Ortiz. I cannot believe. Did that deflect as well? Oh my words. What a save that was. Flipping heck. He made a couple in the last game as well that we kind of forgot about because of everything that went on. But unbelievable saves from Ortiz in goal. He's making Tom Gray sit on that bench firmly. Liverpool forward again here, though, and then attacking is not done quite yet. Into Smits, though, turns on it. O'Connor, tackles fly in. We eventually get rid, actually, and Liverpool get a chance to come again, though, on that left-hand side as Franklin tries to close down. You can see our press in those areas is actually quite good. It doesn't really allow an easy pass forward as they're forced back a little bit all the way to their centre-back. They have to keep working it, and they find some more space, though. Quintero on this right-hand side finds Martino in the centre, and now Liverpool down the centre causes problems. Shot goes in, but Smits puts it wide. You can see that quite a high press from our attacking players is working quite well. As we get to half-time, it's been, I wouldn't say convincing, but a solid half from us, very solid. All right, let's passionately say I'm happy with the way things are going. Keep it up and keep this unbeaten streak going. I'm going to say I'm very happy with the performance, very happy with the playmaking, and I've got faith that Bob can do even better in the second half. So far, so good, though. Very much enjoying this episode right now. And I should say that we are 150 so episodes in, and there are more people watching Thames than ever. So thank you so much for getting behind the series and hopefully enjoying it as much as I am playing it. If you're enjoying this episode, of course, do drop a like. It helps on every single video. And thank you for all the support. I don't want to never say that in episodes. I want to say it in every episode almost. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. It's going well. It's going well. Let's leave that thought there. Well, shut. Liverpool back on level terms, but serious point. Thank you for watching. I do massively appreciate it. If everyone's sending me pictures of Thames shirts and all sorts, much love to you all. This was annoying. I mean, he's popped it across everything. What I made that noise? What happened? All right. Question is now: do we just carry on as we are, or do we begin to change things? When the Bosch on that side is having an indifferent game, and Sommer's pace could be pivotal in a game like this, especially against a tied defence that could potentially come to the fore later on in this game. We go. We'll make the change. Actually, we're going to bring Sommer on. Williams on a booking. We could go to 2 up top again. I mean, Obranek caused problems. There's a temptation. I'm going to give it another sort of 10-15 minutes, and then on 75, we'll see where we stand. The thing is, the waypoint at Anfield is pretty good, so you don't want to take him out. You don't want to change things unnecessarily, really. All right, we are a little more into the game. Franklin's had a quieter game this time around. Obernek's going to come on, but on that right-hand side in a wide area. He's not a natural out there by all means, but he can do it. He's got the pace. He's got the determination to do a good shift there. Work rate's decent too. He'll get back if needs be, and he can play there a little bit, so we'll give him the go. Young player, out to impress. Come on, my man. Franklin's had a quietish game. Right, the ball's launched forward from a Liverpool goal kick, and Sommer gets on it, finds Jimenez, and could this be our chance? Bob's challenged in the centre, though, and you've got to be wary now. You've got to be worried. We're not attacking from this point onwards, as Pierre's ball forward is, I've got to be honest, a little aimless. O'Connor puts it into the centre, but well defended from Insigne. Really good defending. Sommer plays forward Bob, who's already got one in the game. Can he make it 2? Bob with a chance. I mean, it's punched out very, very quickly from their keeper. That was a bit mad. All right, time is ticking away. I'm going to do something I never do and shut the door a little bit, like at a point in which it's 1-1. Away from home, against a good side in this league. Kasper's going to come on as a ball winner. Just sit behind those 2 midfielders, and hopefully we'll see this out. I just don't want to lose. I think the momentum, we could win it. Obranek, corner, he's got to shoot first time. Surely it comes. It's a save. It would have been offside anyway. If that had gone in, there'd have been, I think the phrase people are using these days are limbs. There'd been limbs everywhere. But there we are then, a decent performance, an away performance at Anfield there to be proud of. And the last 3 games, unbeaten against Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal that you've seen. I mean, really good stuff, and wins across the board against some of the lesser sides. We're a contender for European football this season. I think that is probably fair. But I've got to say, a very enjoyable episode to record. And I'm saying that without winning a game, which tells you everything about this save, really. You can see there, Thames maintain unbeaten 8-match record without losing. Really good stuff from us. And as I say, we'll come back next episode in January. People really enjoyed some of the January episodes that we've been doing. So we'll do something maybe similar. We've got some tough games in the January, as well as some potentially easier ones against Swansea, Sunderland, Middlesbrough in there. So join me for it, won't you? If you enjoyed this video, as I said before, please do leave a like on it. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. We hit 62,000 recently. It gets madder by the day. We love with care. From it's been until next time. Goodbye.